Formo-system, UU-VVU-Form, UU-Copy.
Фактически, что есть форма-система? Это материализация.
Formo-system is the allogrotom system actually materialized by the certain state, the state of the environment, which can be perceived by the forms structuring it. In fact, both the environment and the forms are made in a uniform manner, on the same vibrational frequency. And everything appearing on this vibrational frequency has the possibility to appear in a Formo-system. But it doesn't mean that frequency of vibrations and qualitativeness of informational feelings are of the same sort. These are absolutely different things. I wrote in the end of the 12th volume of Commentaries to Fundamentals of Iissiidiology that now our continuum is structured in diapason from 2.5 to 3.5 or 3.75 dimension. Some people structure this continuum with the information of 3.54 dimension. But they are few. What does it mean? We appear in the same type of vibrations, which is specified by the frequency rotational shift inertially. The latter specifies the vibration of every form, which owns certain configurations. The molecular configurations, or the types of relations, which exist among all details in every object, including our biological bodies.
Деталями каждого объекта, включая и наши биологические тела. И вот этот момент является основой для нашего...
Exactly this moment is the basis for your appearance during every rotational shift.
Но не только этот момент, потому что сюда еще накладывается...
But this moment isn't the only, because the state of the rest feels consciousnesses plays role. The evidence for our occurrence here, the current frequency, is much far from being the main principle of our joint occurrence. The frequency isn't the carrier of all the information which is provided by us. For example, most of my forms conceptions are generated from the levels of one type in my self-consciousness, and forms of each of you are generated from other levels. But we all appear together, see each other in the one continuum, and don't know why it happens so. You might know about it from the 11th volume of Commentaries to Fundamentals.
Суть в чем? Суть в том, что когда ребенок появился на свет, то
the fact is that after a baby had been born, the certain activity of the certain creators, the definite genes of his or her DNA, is launched not by a child itself, but by the psychic reactions, the wave processes, which are activated by the true creators of this baby's form, by its parents. If parents behave in a certain manner in some cases, so these cases influence the information unpacked in the baby's self-consciousness. Swaddled, he or she lies and plays toys in their bed or carriage. Before their eyes, there is any information. What parents feel and experience psychically determines what relationships they establish with each other and what interrelations are made up by them in wave configurations of DNA of their child. Why does baby start to cry with no reason when mother has a bad mood or whatever? He or she doesn't know anything bad about mom's deeds. He or she is just present in another room and cries. They cry because they are frightened. The mom's experiences turn to some negative images for her child. Negative images require this certain response. Such response might be adrenaline or any other hormones secreted into the bloodstream. The substances force all the biological system to drive the nervous system into the certain state. To avoid mental overload, there is a release of emotions through crying. It is the signal that there is something wrong in the child's biological system. If mother is smart and able to get calm, so her child stops crying. Now then, parents keep overlapping their formocopies on the surrounding information through activating them in their child's DNA. Exactly the parents. Further, they continue to overlap their formocopies on the baby's response while raising it. Our parents have been overlapping their formocopies for the whole our life on the current us. We know that it's prohibited to put a finger in fire because it would bring to pain. My parents were right having told me, "You mustn't put your finger into fire." When I was watching the fire information and knew nothing about it. Here it is. I didn't put my finger into fire. However, once I doubted and finally put my finger into fire, there was a lot of pain. Don't put your finger into the hot water stream. Don't hold the metal handle in the freezing cold. And so on and so on. The frozen metal handle is the information, the UU-VVU form. That structures informational space of my self-consciousness. It is prohibited to hold it with hand, otherwise a piece of skin would be cut off. There is the formocopy. Where is it from? It is from the experience acquired by me either from my parents, or I got it having followed my own path. In the second case, I got the experience as unaware one. I overlap this information on my experience. No, it would be unpleasant for me. That's all. I overlap my attitude on putting a finger into fire. Blue sky is good, cloudy sky is bad, laughing is good, crying is bad. It all starts to form from the very childhood. Have you caught it? What is an UU-VVU copy and an UU-VVU form? The smallest detail of environment is the UU-VVU form. My attitude towards it is my UU-VVU copy, which responds to the given. Her, by a woman in the audience, UU-VVU copy represents her attitude. In fact, the equal sign is never present among our UU-VVU copies, that is, our attitudes towards something, because different degrees of synthesis of these qualities aspects are present in each of us.